There are other worlds than these, and it turns out they're all connected. We've always known that Stephen King's vast bibliography is tied together by the Dark Tower saga, binding each of his books into one epic tale, but it's now been confirmed that every movie and TV adaptation is connected too. In the Stephen Kingdom, the Dark Tower is the center of creation. Each floor contains a different reality that links his books together, enabling characters to cross over into seemingly unrelated stories. Join us as we climb up the tower and explore these connections one by one. It. In the Dark Tower trailer, Jake Chambers stumbles across a dilapidated fairground that has the name Pennywise emblazoned across it. A hand can also be seen holding a bunch of broken balloons, floating much like the kids from It in Derry's sewer system. Misery. Speaking of It, Eddie Kaspbrak used to live next door to author Paul Sheldon, who just so happens to be the protagonist of Misery. Remember when crazed nurse Annie Wilkes hobbled his legs because Sheldon killed off her favorite character? Well, the book in question, Misery's Child, can also be spotted in footage from the Dark Tower. The Shining. Eddie's friend Mike Hanlon is connected to The Shining through his father, who served with Dick Halloran, the cook who worked at the Overlook Hotel. This remote destination also appears in a picture on the psychiatrist's desk that we see in the Dark Tower trailer. That's not all, though. Twins that are eerily similar to those that haunted our nightmares in The Shining also appear in the trailer, and Room 237 recently played an important role in Episode 5 of The Mist, where Brian Hunt murdered his very own doppelganger. The Mist. The creatures who terrorized the residents of Brigton in The Mist broke through to our dimension through a tinny, which Stephen King describes as a weak spot in the walls between worlds. This was caused by the Arrowhead Project, a military experiment supposedly affiliated with a secret government organization known as the Shop. The Shop. Sound familiar? The Shop also invaded the town of Haven to control the alien threat in the Tommyknockers, and were responsible for the Lot 6 experiments, which imbued Charlie McGee with psychic abilities in Firestarter. The Man in Black. Charlie's power pales in comparison to the Man in Black, who chases the gunslinger Roland Deschain across Midworld in the Dark Tower saga. Whether the epic adaptation spawns a sequel or not, actor Matthew McConaughey will be kept busy for a long time coming, as Randall Flagg is also the main antagonist in The Stand and is even name-checked in Salem's Lot. Hearts in Atlantis. Surprisingly enough, Bobby Garfield from Hearts in Atlantis is a dead ringer for the Dark Tower's Jake Chambers. And that's because the two are twinners, doppelgangers born in different dimensions. Jake Chambers. The Wheel of Ka revolves most of all around Jake Chambers, as most of the connections threaded throughout the Stephen Kingdom appear to be linked to him in some way. Eagle-eyed fans may have spotted that Jake plays with a toy that looks suspiciously like the demonic car from Christine, and one of the doorways that he walks through bears the insignia 1408, undoubtedly a reference to the movie starring John Cusack and Samuel L. Jackson. Further references to the poster from The Shawshank Redemption and the smiley face from Mr. Mercedes only begin to scratch the surface, but thank ye side to director Nicolas Arcel for finally confirming that the Stephen Kingdom is real. Between the Dark Tower and the upcoming TV show Castle Rock, fans of Stephen King can finally see the author's work adapted in the expansive way it was always intended.
I do not kill with my gun. I kill with my heart.